Good morning. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan. If you're new here, I am currently 34 weeks pregnant with identical twins. And we were coming up very close to our delivery date, which is scheduled. So it's literally in 2 weeks today. Today is Monday, November 6th. And that feels crazy to say out loud. I cannot believe it's in 2 weeks. But yeah, it's Monday morning. I didn't film too much because I feel like the last couple of vlogs I filmed a lot of like my morning routine, and like nothing is really different these days. So yeah, I just got up. I'm trying to like sleep as late as I can, and by late I just mean like my alarm goes off at 8 because I'm not sleeping the best like at night. And surprisingly enough, I feel like my best stretches are like later in the morning, or not later in the morning, in the early morning, versus like from 10 to 3 a.m. I'm like not having the best sleep, and so I feel like I'm getting like the biggest chunk of sleep in the early hours of the morning. So I'm just trying to like sleep instead of like waking up early. And Daniel's been so good at like getting up, taking Abel for a walk, and like doing all that kind of stuff like before I'm even up. So that's been nice. But yeah, I just got up. I did some like house chores. Like it's our garbage, compost, recycle day today. So got all that stuff organized, cleaned the kitchen. We had some breakfast and I got ready. I'm not doing anything crazy. I put like very minimal makeup on. I'm like really loving the Merit makeup right now. I think I mentioned this in like several vlogs now, but like I just really like that it's like so easy to put on, and like it doesn't really like feel like I'm wearing that much makeup, but at least like feels like I have something on my face that I'm not like sleepy. And then my hair is up just because it was supposed to be a hair washing weekend and that didn't happen, so she's up. And then I'm wearing this jumper from Amazon. I can link it if you guys want. It's nothing special. It's just like the most like comfy thing to wear right now. I find if I don't have to like do much in terms of like get ready to go out, I just want to wear like very loose fitting things, because right now that's like the most comfortable. I'm not like trying to buy too much. Obviously I have 2 weeks left, but like I would try to limit how much like maternity related things that I would buy, because it's just like for me, like I would wear it for such a short period of time. Like carrying twins, you grow so fast, and so it just like wouldn't fit the same way, and I wouldn't get the same like use out of it. And so I tried to limit that. But with that being said, there's only so long I can handle wearing like normal like large size leggings, and it just feels like constricting. So yeah, just that is the little morning update for you guys. I'm having a coffee, which is really good this morning. I have had the same coffee for literally years now. I get the Veluto pods from Nespresso. We have an espresso machine, and we do the espresso versus the coffee pods. So I do the Veluto pod, and then I do whole milk, like half whole milk, half, or not even half, but like whatever, a quarter of the silk hazelnut, and that's like my go-to coffee every single morning. I love it more than like Starbucks or anything. Like I'll always opt to make my coffee at home if I can. But anyways, good morning. Very long intro so far, but I actually wanted to come on here and have like a morning chat because the videos are going to be in order, just depending on like how you watched one. But I did film like a weekend in my life this past weekend. So today's Monday. I filmed it this past weekend. And in the video I kept saying like, oh, I want to sit down and like chat with you guys and like give you guys some updates in terms of like how I'm feeling. And then the weekend ended up being so busy, which I filmed. It's just I never got a chance to sit down. So I didn't want to leave everyone hanging for like a future video, because that's annoying. So I'm posting this video ahead of that one, just so like people are up to date. And then at the end of that video, I do reference that I'm gonna have like a talk here. So I know that sounded confusing, but it's just that I intended to like chit chat with you guys about how I'm feeling and like what's going on and like some like pregnancy updates, and it just like never happened. And so I'm gonna do it in this video. It's also just gonna be probably a day in the life. It's a normal work day for me. And then this is my last week of work, and then I'm gonna run some errands later. I'll show you guys that. And then yeah, so just like a normal day in the life. But in terms of like pregnancy related updates, so let's get into it. I need a sip of coffee for this. Like I said, I'm currently 34 weeks pregnant. I'll give you, I kind of showed you a little bit of the bump when I showed my outfit this morning, but I can show you guys like a better view of the bump later. But yeah, 34 weeks pregnant. We are delivering at 36 and 4 days, which is in literally 2 weeks from today, like 2 Mondays from now, which feels crazy. And it is scheduled. I am carrying mono-dye identical twin girls, and the reason that we have a scheduled date is because with mono-dye twins, they are identical because they share a placenta and they share resources. And towards the end of your pregnancy, this is like whether you have 1 baby or 2 babies or 3 babies, your placenta does start to get like old, is like the way they kind of describe it, and the resources are less. And the reason being is because it's like a trigger for your body to know that it's time for like the baby to come out and like no longer needs to be inside of your body. And so for my situation, because I'm carrying twins, that situation like happened sooner because 2 babies are feeding off the same placenta, and so they are using much more of it. And so there is a risk after 37 weeks with mono-dye twins that they aren't getting like the best of quality of resources, like that could be energy, like nutrients, red blood cells, like lots comes from the placenta, and also just like they're getting bigger, there's less space, and then they still need more, and so they're not getting it. So the rule of thumb with mono-dye twins is to like have them come out between 36 and 37 weeks, and so that is our plan. We're delivering at 36 and 4, and I'm feeling overall pretty good. Like I feel like I can't complain. I've had a very good pregnancy, all things considered, especially carrying 2 babies. So I've felt very like good in terms of like I haven't had much like sickness. I've been able to be like pretty active and mobile. I wouldn't say like active, like I can't work out, I'm not allowed to do like any like high intensity stuff, but I've been like keeping up with walking. A big part of my pregnancy I was swimming. I'm like still trying to like get up and do things and not just like take a nap and rest, even though I probably should. But yeah, I'm definitely like feeling it now in the later 30 weeks. Like literally like after 30 weeks, I feel like I'm definitely like more sore and like achy, and I can tell like if I push it during the day, I'm like definitely feeling it that night. And I'm just like my hips, my like pelvis area is very like my pubic bone, like that whole area has like a ton of pressure and it feels like very tender and sore, and so that's been difficult. And then just like little things are getting more and more harder to do. So like I'm like winded going up the stairs. We have a lot of stairs in our home, as you've seen in the vlogs, and you know, like I can't go for longer walks, and I'm just like even talking I'm like out of breath. So just like things that I was able to do before, I'm not able to do as much. And I think like the biggest thing that I've like struggled with, and I think this is obviously having to do with the hormones as well, and just like this crazy life change, is like struggling with like who I was before and not being that person anymore, not being able to do like that the stuff that I used to be able to. I'm very much like a doer and a planner, and like I can get things done. I'm very independent, and I'm having to like rely on Daniel quite a bit, which doesn't like come like naturally to me. And like thankfully he's been like such a trooper and just like there for whatever I need, because I'm like wanting everything to be quote unquote perfect. But that's like been really hard for me to just like, it's frustrating that like I can't do certain things, and instead of like giving myself grace in the moment of like, okay Megan, like you're 30 whatever weeks pregnant with 2 humans inside of you, like give yourself a break. I'm kind of like, I get down on myself and I get frustrated with like my ability to do things. And so that's been like really hard from like a mental perspective. I also feel like emotionally it's like starting to, I feel like there was like chunks. So like at the beginning of my pregnancy, like when we didn't find out that we were having twins until 12 weeks pregnant. So like the first 3 months I just thought like I had a normal pregnancy. Didn't know anything, hadn't like had an appointment, nothing. And so I feel like the first little bit of my second trimester was very like fear driven. Like we were like, oh my god, what does this mean having like 2 babies? It was like the shock of having twins. And then I would say like the rest of my second trimester was very much like go time, like okay, we got to get this, like we're moving, like I need to get the registry ready. Like you're so consumed and you're feeling your best, definitely like in the second trimester, that you're like so consumed with like the stuff that has to be done that you're not really like taking moments to like think about how this changes your life. And then I would say like going into the third trimester, more and more it's just like hitting me that like life is about to change. And I don't want to like sit here and say like I'm not excited by any means. Like there's a reason people continue to have children if they want or if they can, and it's because like as hard as it is, like it changes your life for the better, and like it brings purpose to your life. And like I am excited for that aspect and like this new like era that I'm entering. But I can't help just like feel yeah, I'm not gonna cry. No, I can't help but like feel like, you know, life is changing, and I'm like really feeling like I'm gonna miss life with just Daniel. Like that has been really hard for me. I feel like we have such a special life together, and we really are like best friends. We spend so much time together, like a ridiculous amount of time, because we like work from home together, we do everything together, we, you know, we just spend so much quality time. And I think I'm like mourning the fact that that won't be as common. It's not to say that we'll never have alone time again, of course, but it's just like, at least for the foreseeable future, just like not being able to just like have him to myself, as silly as it sounds. And so I'm just like feeling emotional, but like letting that part of me go, and like letting that bond between us go, because obviously like the babies, especially having 2, will like take up so much of our time and energy, and that's okay. That's the era that we're in, but it's just like that's been like hard for me. And also like the side of me that's very like type A and like structured and wants everything to be perfect, and I will like research things for hours and hours and hours to make sure that I have the best possible outcome to things. Like I'm very type A in that manner, and being pregnant and preparing for 2 babies is just like nothing I've ever done before, and you just like cannot be prepared, because it doesn't matter how many books you read, how many moms you talk to, how many classes you take, which we've done all of those things. Every baby is different, and every person's experience is different, and you just have to kind of like ride the wave of what your baby needs. Like everyone tells me like just listen to your gut and like follow your instincts, and like it will come. And I know that like logically, like I understand that, but I think I'm having a really hard time feeling like unprepared, or like I'm not going to be good enough, or you know, what if I'm like missing something and I'm like not providing the best care to my babies, or you know, what if I do something wrong? And I'm sure like every mom like struggles with that, or like mom to be, when you're kind of like in this period of like wanting to be the best that you can for your children, but just like not knowing like what it's like. I've not been around a lot of babies in my life. Like my friends all have babies, but I'm like definitely the like, hey, like let me get a cute visit in. But other than that, I just like haven't been around many babies, and so like that is like hard for me. Like I don't know what to expect. We will have tons of help. Both of our parents are retired, and so they will be here lots to help. They live in the same city as us. Like we will have so much, like we'll literally have a village of people here to support us, which I'm so grateful for. But yeah, it's just like I can't help but feeling like unprepared, or that like I'm not going to be good enough, or that I'm doing something wrong. And again, talking it out like logically, I can answer myself back and say like, Megan, like you have read all the books, you've gone to like so many classes. Being in a high-risk pregnancy, I go to the doctor bi-weekly and now weekly. Like I get to ask all the questions that I want, that some women don't even have the ability to do, you know. Like I have every item that you could possibly think of, that people have told me to get. So it's like I am prepared, and I'm gonna make it work, and we're gonna get through it, and it's gonna be great. But it's just like until it happens, I'm like so, I don't know, like anxious about that. And lastly, not to make this like a whole like negative thing, I'm just like sharing how I'm feeling these days, is I like do not do well with like medical related things. I've actually been like pretty good with giving blood, or getting my blood taken during pregnancy, which I'm so surprised by. But like pre-pregnancy, every time I got blood taken, I would pass out. Like I passed out getting my COVID shot. Like I have passed out at the eye doctor when they give you like literally just like the drops to relax your eyes. They can look in your eyes, like literally you can drive after. They're not invasive at all. I've like passed out with that. I have to get like laughing gas before getting the needle for getting a cavity, like to numb your mouth, which I've only had like 3 in my life. But I just like do not do well with like medical related situations. It brings on like a ton of anxiety for me. And I do have a scheduled C-section. I think either way, whether I was delivering vaginally or having a C-section, I would feel the exact same way. Like not, to me, like one doesn't feel better than the other. But I'm just like so nervous for the build up, or like the lead up to the actual surgery. So like I'm not even necessarily nervous about the surgery, like being cut open, or the care afterwards. It's like the lead up of like going to the hospital, like them putting the IV in me, like getting my epidural, like literally makes me want to throw up just like thinking about it, and like how that's gonna feel. And you know, not being able to feel anything, and like being in this OR room and just like feeling scared and all of the above, which again, not saying like anybody would be like excited for that process. So I know it's not like just me and my issues, but I'm like so just like anxious about that process, and I'm trying not to like think about it too much because I can't do anything about it. Like your girls are coming no matter what, so I just have to get over it. But yeah, all that's to say with this 20-minute intro so far is that I just have like a lot of like emotion going on right now, and I think that's completely normal as we like lead up to the day that they are coming, and especially knowing like the day, unless like my water breaks ahead of time, like it's very structured and scheduled. But yeah, but to like end this on a high note, I think that like I am very excited for this next like era of my life. I think it's gonna bring so much like purpose and like exactly what I've been like looking for my whole life. Like I do think I'm like meant to be a mom. I think I will like thrive being a mom, and I will love it. And I'm like so excited that we're gonna have like 2 girls who are gonna be like best friends. I'm so excited that I get the privilege of experiencing the bond of twins. I'm so excited about like Daniel being a like girl dad, like, you know. Yeah, it's just like so many exciting things. This is a first for like my mom and my dad, and so it's gonna be so special like seeing them as grandparents and stuff. Like my mom is literally gonna thrive. She's gonna be like grandma of the freaking year because she's gonna be like spoiling them like crazy. But yeah, so that is like a very long-winded like life update, how I'm feeling. I know it wasn't necessarily like the most positive, just trying to like stay real, because pregnancy is not for the weak, and pregnancy with 2 babies is not for the weak. And if you know, you know. You're strong. And so yeah, I'm feeling all of the feels as we get closer, but trying to document like as much as I can, and I'll keep you guys updated. But yeah, I wanted to give that little update because I kept like saying that I was going to talk about it in my last video, which is going to be a future video anyways, but I wanted to get that out there and just give you guys a little update on how I'm feeling. But yeah, I'm gonna get to work now. Like I said, this is my last week of work, which is very, well, I was gonna say exciting, but I'm like, it's gonna be weird too. But I'm excited to wrap up and just like fully focus in like baby mode. And yeah, I'm gonna get to work, and I will check in with you guys later, probably around like lunchtime or so. But if you made it this far, thanks for listening. All right, it's a bit later now. It's about 1 o'clock. I'm just heating up some pad thai. It doesn't look cute, but we actually don't have a microwave. We got some takeout the other night and we have like so much left. We ended up like getting the same meal, which is so funny. Like normally we get something different, so we just have like a lot of like leftovers, but we don't have a microwave, so we have to heat everything up on the stovetop, which we're getting like more used to. But I'm just debating on like when the twins come, if it's better if we get a microwave from like an efficiency standpoint. But like I'm definitely getting used to like not having one, which in a way is kind of nice. But I'm gonna heat this up, have some lunch, and I'm just taking a little break. And I'm actually going to measure, I want to order some prints for our living room and frames. I'm getting them off Etsy, and I need to figure out like how big I want them on the wall downstairs. So I will show you guys the process for that, and I'll like show you guys the prints that we want. Actually, I'll do that right now because this is just like heating up anyways. So okay, so Daniel and I are like, one of our favorite places is Tofino. Daniel's been there like before we lived out there. But then when we lived out west, if you guys didn't know, we lived out on Vancouver Island in Victoria for a year, and it was like our favorite time. It was so special. And we went to Tofino quite a bit, and we absolutely like loved it. So we thought like I was gonna like get some prints for the living room that were like abstract or like the typical like living room decor, and I was like, no, you know what, we should get like something that is like meaningful to us and it's like still our vibe, and we're very much like water beachy people. So I found this photographer on Etsy. What's his name? His like page or whatever is called Forestscapes, and he has a ton of prints, but I'll show you guys which ones we're wanting. So okay, so I mean it's hard to like translate on the camera, but so this is the first one. This is like one of the coastlines of the beaches that we've been to. This is the second one, so like the driftwood, like fogginess, like that's very Tofino vibe. And then the last one is like the sunset surfer picture, which is actually Chesterman, which is I don't know about Daniel's, but it's my favorite beach. It's definitely like a top contender. We always stay at Chesterman Beach, but he loves like Long Beach and Cox Beach specifically for surfing, but like Chesterman itself is so beautiful. So I'm gonna get these 3 printed, but I have to figure out a size because they have like a whole bunch that he'll like essentially print for you and they get mailed to you. So I need to do that. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. Okay, this is a very like rough draft situation because I did it very quick, but this would be if we did 16 by 20, and I'm just thinking like, is this too small? Like it is like a very big wall, and so I'm like, does it need to be bigger? But obviously like if we go bigger, it's definitely more expensive. Yeah, let me think about this. Like I just feel like, well, they look too tiny on the wall space, you know? Okay, again, do not mind my poor tape job. I can tell like that one's crooked. But this would be like if we did 24 by 36. So you can tell like it definitely takes up way more of the space than the little one. So I feel like that's like literally poster size, which like maybe is just needed for this wall. So yeah, I'm gonna see what Daniel thinks. Okay, hello, much later. It's literally like 10 to 7. I did not do, Abel. I didn't do a good job at vlogging today because I just worked. I was on my computer like the whole day, and then I ran literally so many errands. I feel so big right now. Literally so many errands. I did, how many stops did I make? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stops. So I was running around the town. I'm just making some rice right now because I actually stopped at my mom's house and she made some like fresh butter chicken. It looks so good. I'll show you. So this is the butter chicken she made. So I'm just gonna add some rice with it. And she also made me a bunch of lentil soups. I'm like obsessed with lentil soup and it'll be so good to freeze. Daniel's not like a huge fan of lentil soup, but more for me. Yeah, and then I did some groceries. I have some Amazon packages, so I'll do like a little haul here. Let me try and find something for you to balance on, of course. Okay. This is gonna be in, oh my god, you can literally see like the bump is bumping. Okay, let me actually put you on a tripod, that'd be easy. Okay, that's good enough. All right, so I did a grocery pickup, so I placed it earlier today. So I got some red and green peppers, some sweet potatoes. I got some egg noodles. These are the noodles we always use for making chicken noodle soup. So that'll be on the menu this week. Chicken broth for the chicken noodle soup. I do get just like the plain, like Campbell's one, but I don't add any salt to the soup specifically because this does have quite a bit of salt. So you like don't need anything extra. So here's my other pepper, cucumber, 2 lemons for my lemon water. And then in this bag, we've got some white shrimp. This is the raw. This is deveined tail off, which is nice. And this is the milk that Daniel drinks. It's the 4-ingredient oat milk. So I got that for him. I think I was talking about this morning with my coffee, but this is the hazelnut that I add to my coffee. I just get 2 because honestly, like, they go by so quick. And then I got 2 dozen eggs. We eat a lot of eggs, like 4 to 5 eggs like every morning in this house, so we're like very much egg people. What else? I got some bread. This is the bread we normally get. It's the sourdough by Rudolph's. You can get it at Costco or Zehrs, doesn't really matter. Some celery that'll go to the soup. More bread, which I freeze one. This is the other milk that I drink in mine. I only get it because I like whole milk, but it also has a lot of protein. Let me tell you how much. 14 grams per 1 cup, so I try to get my protein there. And I also got some broccoli. And then in the last bag, which I'm not gonna be able to reach, is just the raspberry bubbly. And I've been on like a Zevia kick, which isn't like the best, but I get like sick of water, and so sometimes I just want like something different. And so I just recently had the cola, which I talked about in another vlog, and it was really good. And now I'm trying to like Dr. Zevia, which I think is like the spin on like Dr. Pepper. So that'll be fun to give that a try. But that is the haul. There's a few things they didn't have, like chicken and stuff like that. But yeah, I'll do an Amazon haul with you guys in a second. I'm just gonna check the butter chicken or the rice. All right, so I'll do a little Amazon unboxing. These are like very miscellaneous things. It's just like the last few things that we need before the babies come. So I got this little, you'll see in like my pack my nursing or my hospital bag, but it's just this like touch light. A lot of people told me that like the lights in the hospital are very like jarring, and so since I'm going to be there for a few days because I'm having a C-section, a lot of people just recommended like a light that you can charge, and it's just like doesn't need to plug in. So this is the one that I got. It's like a little egg shape. What else? Okay, this is for Daniel. It is the USB-C charging cable. It's like, he just got the iPhone 15, and this is a 10-foot, I think it's supposed to be a 10-foot cord, because again, in the hospital, everyone told me you really want like a long charging cord. It's like a necessity, because like sometimes the plugs like aren't accessible. Oof. Guys, I am like out of breath. Like, I feel like I can't do anything these days. Okay, what else? Such random stuff. What is this? Snow Kids? I have no idea what this is. Oh, okay. This is, I did not know it was this color, but this is like a long USB, or no wait, not USB. What the heck is it? HDMI cord. And the reason being is, I'll show you guys in a second, but our like TV, where the plugs are, it's like not on the side of like where you plug it in, and so it doesn't reach. So I got 2 of them. And then I got some lip chap. Again, this is like Daniel's favorite. That's the only reason I got it, but I figured we can split it because again, everyone said like in the hospital, like their #1 thing was chapstick. And then this is my cousin just recently told me about this. This is a C-section, hard to see, let me show you a picture, like belly band, or like post C-section belly band. Is that like focusing? Yeah, so it's supposed to help. I don't think I would like wear it right away, but it's like for postpartum for the C-section. So that is my very random Amazon haul. So I'm gonna like put all of this stuff away. It's like everywhere now, and I'm gonna finish dinner and then I will catch up with you guys in a little bit. Okay, I'm literally dead still. Once again, I feel like I did way too much, but I ran so many errands that I had to get done, which was good. And it's pretty late. It's like 9 p.m. now, and I'm about to take a shower. I've got my hoverboard. Hi. But before I showered, I wanted to show you guys this product that I've been using my whole pregnancy. It's, oh my god, you can't really see, but it's the Bio Oil Skin Oil and Skincare Oil, and I've been using it and just like rubbing it all over my stomach, my chest area, and then my hips and my butt, and I feel like it's really helped with keeping it hydrated and just like trying to avoid the stretch marks, especially like holding twins, and so far it's been really good. This is like my second bottle and it's almost done, and I'm gonna continue it after being pregnant as well. And yeah, so highly recommend. You can get it like pretty much anywhere, like any like pharmacy. I think you can get it on Amazon. I got mine at Costco. It comes with like a 2-pack. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and shower now and get ready for bed. I have like a whole night routine with like icing and heating my legs to try and help with like the restless leg syndrome. But that is today's vlog. I'm gonna go ahead and end it here just because I feel like it's kind of long now with all the stuff that I did, and tomorrow's a new day. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in my next video.